So today we started with Kouchi Gari, then we did reverse del Riva, tripod sweep 2 ways, and then reverse del Riva to technical stand-up. So Kouchi Gari, Jason's saying that it's kind of like a jab in boxing where you find the distance, you kind of keep your opponent a little off balance, or keep him a little bit on the defensive, but then when the timing is there, then you can hit it. So it's good for like feeling the opponent out. But it's interesting. I'll get to that. So you get elbow lapel grip. Let's just say you have elbow grip with the left hand, lapel grip with the right hand. So you just want to raise your left hand up a little so he doesn't have a straight arm on you. Then with the right arm, you want to kind of cock your wrist, bring your elbow in and across. So it's like that. And then bring your left arm over. So you lift up your left arm, create a pocket. You cock your right hand with the lapel, and then you stick your right elbow into the pocket where you lifted your left arm, and then you close your left arm over it, and then you sort of pull across. And you got to put your weight into it. You can't just do it with your arms. You have to lean into it. Jason said it's like pushing a car to break the posture. And the point of it is to get him onto the blade of his foot, so his weight's on his foot, but it's not stable. So before I said it's like a jab, but if you want to pull this off, you still need to commit to it. You can't just do it with just your arm moving around. It has to have your body weight behind it. So it's like a jab, but it's also like a lot more commitment to it. So once you have him off balance and posture's broken, then you foot sweep. And then the foot sweep is sweeping across and then pulling toward you. So Jason's like really technical and really detail oriented, and there was like a huge difference between just foot sweeping and then the foot sweep across and pulling it. Like foot sweeping across served a purpose, and then pulling toward you served a purpose. And he explained like foot pulling. So with the foot sweep, you're widening his base, you're pulling his foot out, so he's getting more off balance, and then pulling it toward you is just sweeps him off and completely pulls him off balance. So that's Kouchi Gari. Let's see. Then you did reverse del Riva. So del Riva is when your foot is on the outside of the leg and you're hooking. So reverse del Riva is when your foot is on the inside of the leg and you're hooking. So Jason's saying there's like so many open guards. Open guard is when your opponent's standing over you and you have your legs between you and him in a defensive position. So Jason is saying you don't have to like master every open guard. So each open guard is like a different position. You're like inside, outside, around, through, up, down, and there's like I don't know how many. But you don't need to know each one. But you will find yourself in each one. So you need to just know how to use it to be defensive and then to transition to one that you do like. So you might not need to know the reverse del Riva, but you need to know what it is, like how to position yourself so he can't pass right away, and then how do you get from that position to Gari that you do like. Yeah. So we just worked a little bit on getting into it from Delhi Riva and back. And then we did a tripod sweep. So we did a tripod sweep 2 different ways. So tripod sweep is when you pull the bottom and push the top. So if you think of someone like a triangle with their feet as the bottom of the triangle and their body as the top of the triangle, you want to pull on the feet and push on the top. So reverse Delhi Riva, let's say your left foot is the hook. So it's your opponent's right foot on the outside going from left to right from your perspective. Then your left foot, that is wrong. Alright, so your left foot is on his hip. Your right foot is is between his legs, hooking his right leg. And then you're on your right hip. So to tripod, you want to have your right hand is gripping his right ankle. His your left hand can be grabbing his collar. And then your right foot, your right foot is hooking, your left foot is on his hip. Your right hand is gripping his right ankle, and your left hand is gripping his collar. So the first way is if he's posturing up, and the second way is if he's trying to pass you, so he's kind of bent over. So if he's posturing up, you just move your right foot from the hook to his left ankle. So your right hand is holding his right ankle, and your right foot is on his left ankle. So you have both of his ankles kind of locked down. And then you have, and then your left foot pushes, but that might not be strong enough. So what you have to do is you need to drop your shoulders and head to the ground and extend through your entire body to push through your left foot, and that'll off balance and he'll fall backwards. The second way is if he's pushing toward you, so he's coming toward you kind of bent over. Either you're pulling him down or he's trying to pass you. So in this case, you leave your hook in and you want to pull him down. So your right hand is still on his right ankle. Your left foot is on his hip. Your right foot is hooking still, and your left hand is pulling on his collar. So in this case, you want to pull down and then pull on the right ankle, and to force him down. So if you pull down on his, when you pull his neck or head down, his butt's gonna stick out. So a lot of his weight's gonna be on his butt. So all you have to do is destabilize his right ankle and he'll fall back on his butt. So it's interesting. The first one, you're holding the ankles steady and you're pushing back on the hips and he falls over. Second one, you are forcing the weight to go backwards, and then you're pulling on the only thing that's keeping him up, which is his foot, and then he goes backwards. And then the third way, and both of those, you should use the momentum of him falling backwards to come up yourself so that you're standing over him. Then you have top open guard at that point. And then you work on passing him. And then the last technique we learned was you're in reverse Delhi Riva, and then he steps forward with the foot that's free. So in this case, it would be his left foot. So either he steps forward because he knows you're trying to tripod him, so he's trying to avoid that hook on his ankle, or you are pulling him down with the collar grip. So let's see. So your left hand is on the collar, your left foot is on the hip, your right foot has the reverse Gari Riva hook, your right hand is on his ankle, and then you use your left hand to pull him forward. His left foot steps forward, so his left foot steps towards your right shoulder. So then you hook that with your arm, with your right arm. Let go of his right ankle with the right arm, and you hook it above, like you're doing a bicep curl. And then you can either move to an X guard, which I'm not that familiar with. I sort of know what it is, but not that clear. Or Jason says, don't even bother doing it because your feet are already in good position. So your right foot is on the hip, or your left foot is on the hip, and your right foot is hooking. So you can use that grip to push his legs away. So you're stretching him out between the underhook you have with your right arm and your legs that are controlling his right thigh. So you push your left foot against his knee, push that out, and you use your right foot to support that grip. So he's off balance, he's kind of stretched out. The goal is to get his hands on the mat, and you want to switch your hip to the left hip also. So you want to be looking in the same direction as he's looking. Yeah, so let's see. So and then once he's in this really off balance position, hopefully with his hands on the mat, then you can technical stand up, and you're on top from there. So in the rolls, had a pretty good roll with Alex. I did get into back twice, and I didn't, stupidly, I just turtled and then took my back. Just need to stop getting into turtle without knowing how I'm gonna get out of turtle. So unless I know how I'm gonna get out of turtle, I shouldn't get into turtle. Let's see, and then was rolling with brown belt Nico, and while I was he got me a mount, and then while I was trying to escape it with an elbow escape, he did a triangle, I forgot what it's called, a body triangle, or a head and arm triangle. I think it's head and arm triangle. Yeah, but I was just fighting it. I was really close to getting my knee through, and but I couldn't do it, and then he finished the triangle. Just need to figure out turtle better. So